Monday, October 24th. I just got off work. I rushed home. This bar that just opened up outside my new apartment. This girl doing the smoke with a bunch of friends waiting for a cab. She says, when I get really, really tired, I just cry. She just cries. That takes a lot of energy too, you know. And by the way, I don't know if it was last Thursday or Wednesday when we did TOHST. Jeremy Elliot wasn't really happy with a lot of Jay Moore's comments. He did say a couple things. Yeah, I told you it was going to happen. You were kind of rude, and I don't know.
Have you talked to Don lately?
Talk to who?
Have you talked to Don lately? Because, before we get into Jeremy Elliott, the thing is, we used to do the shows on Monday, and then suddenly, starting last week, I'm now in for you 5 days a week.
You co-host
and
this.
I even have a vacation coming up, for Jamaica, that's going to take a week. Oh. And I didn't know I would be blindsided with this. Now I got to do this for 5 days instead, as opposed to where we used to do the Raw review on Mondays.
We didn't really review Raw, honestly. We just kind of...
No, I know, but it was like false advertising in a lot of senses. But, it was like, it just seems to be a lot of bullshit between, I love doing Tonight on Hipstar Tonight, but it's now taking a lot of time, and it's now taking a lot of energy to do 5 days without being rewarded any more money, without being rewarded any more compensation. We still have not found Topher Whiteman, for God's sakes. And now the heat with Jeremy Elliott has just gotten out of control because, let's get into that. Last week, exactly like you say, we had brought up Jeremy Elliott.
Yeah.
The kids commercial that he did.
You brought it up.
Opened up on it was a debut on the big, what do you call the hockey thing? Like what would you call that? The actual name of the program, Hockey Night in Canada.
I think that's what they call it.
I don't know.
I see here.
It debuted, and it was like Jeremy's big debut, and obviously he's releasing on his social media at oneworld.com or whatever it is.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anyway, I brought it up on the show that he did this commercial, and I just kind of couldn't believe that any sort of casting agent would kind of just throw this to just some no talent to be able to jump off ladder onto a mat and be on worldwide Canadian television. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can see where your outrage is. I mean, that's a big accomplishment for him. I'm proud of him. Way to go, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, his casting agent wrote over to us saying that they didn't appreciate the words, especially not naming you so much, Hipstar, but, some of the things I said, and I was just trying to bring up the commercial is all I was trying to do, and I was trying to give them more publicity because the fact that we are on the 5 day schedule now, and the fact that we, the show is a success.
Yeah.
We have a lot of sponsors.
I got rated,
we have,
now when I get a wrestling booking, I get rated the most controversial podcaster in the Ontario indie wrestling.
Absolutely, and you deserve that credit. You worked hard for this.
Oh, yeah.
Shout outs to Rick Hodge. It paved the way, shall we say, for you.
Rick Hodge, he's got a full-time job. I got a full-time hobby. What do you got to say about that? Ooh.
Yes, exactly. But you also have a following, at least 20 hipsters out there that listen to the broadcast.
At least.
And I'm proud of it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I'm proud of it.
Doesn't mean you can always talk shit on my show and just, get us heat. I mean, Jeremy Elliott, he called you up, right?
Yes, he called out and he said, is there a problem here?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Jeremy, first of all, I'm trying to help you out with the Sick Kids Foundation. I'm trying to bring it up on, give it a little bit more attention on Tonight with Hipstar Tonight because, quite frankly, our ratings have far surpassed anything that, this hockey league can do.
Oh, that we
and anything that the CBC is going to broadcast. So, I mean, Jeremy has a bad taste in his mouth because always, have I been a little bit more of a powerful figure than what he has been. dating way back to the Neo Wrestling Federation and into, Crossfire, me beating him in the steel cage match, the first ever steel cage match in Niagara. And, yes, it just seems to be like a lot of whining, on the part of Jeremy Elliott, a lot of, and I mean, I've done like business behind the scenes with Jeremy, don't get me wrong. I think, we've donated to a lot of different charities. It's kind of like kayfabe, but trust me, if Jeremy doesn't like me, then I'm going to go online here and break kayfabe. I have done business with Jeremy Elliott in the past just to try to keep communities going, like Fort Erie, Niagara Falls, and people that kind of needed money, like Jeremy and I kind of worked together that way a little bit, and and people benefited.
Yeah. Well, honestly, like, great guy. Great tag team partner. The first time I met Jeremy Elliott was Gary Elf's show. He was wearing a mask, and he was like the white ninja, and he just took a shit kicking of a kendo stick beating. Like, he got, like, marks all over his ribs, and I'm like, is this guy just, like, a bump dummy? Like, is he just getting beat up? And then I find out, training with our trainer, I guess we can say. He fucking, he does some takedowns. He drops you, and keeps you down. He's a amazing teacher, an amazing father. I met his one kid that went to college with at the same time. Stand-up kid. Great guy. I loved him, right? I mean, Jeremy Elliott comes from a great place, and that's exactly why he deserved that deal. So no heat, Jay. Like, you don't have to, like, rag all the time.
Well, it doesn't really matter anyways, because it seems to be that the spotlight is now off of that and on Rob Rage and Robbie Reckless with their great commercial with the Mark's Work Warehouse. We are cool! And, like, it makes me wonder, I'd like to know how Jeremy feels that he only got, like, maybe a day's worth of attention with probably the biggest, most aggressive advertising campaign that the Sick Kids Children's Hospital has ever had. And now the people are kind of looking at Robbie Reckless. You know what I mean? Like, and
he
Rob
looked
Ray.
good though. He got the haircut. He's looking all slick. Like, he looked profesh. I like what he's doing. Mark's Work Warehouse. Jay, did you hear back from him for a sponsor?
Would it be the same casting agent that booked Robbie Reckless as Jeremy Elliott? Because I would feel that Robbie Reckless doesn't deserve that position just as much as Jeremy Elliott didn't deserve his position as Sick Kids. Rob Rage all day long. Nobody could do what Rob Rage does. Nobody does it better than Rob Rage. But could they not, like Hipstar, could you not do that spot that Robbie Reckless did?
I could if I felt like it, but I didn't get the call. My phone is out of service, so I didn't get the call.
I don't know. It just seems like a lot of what has happened to the wrestling business. Are we not wrestling anymore? We're in this to do commercials all of a sudden?
Wow.
Are we selling out for the larger dollar?
Selling
what is
out.
happening here?
I can't make a living off my 8x10 sales. Like, what are you talking about selling out?
I mean, I didn't expect that when I started in the wrestling business I'd be doing podcasts, nor did I expect Booker T to be doing, Sports Central on an AM radio station. I don't understand what the fuck is going on here.
Well, I mean, we gotta keep our minds busy. We gotta find jobs, honestly. We gotta try to do hobbies that make money. That's certainly what I'm trying to do. And you're doing the same thing, man. Like, how many fur coats have you ruined and just wasted money on? You gotta make some of that money back, man. And,
well, I'm making the money back, and I'm making all that money back because no matter how many fur coats and, shoes I've gone through and hats, I've always been able to fall on the back of 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK. 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK is the store for all your gimmick needs, whether you need weens, knee pads, wrestling boots, wrestling tape, wrestling bags, 8x10s, graphic designers. We have it all over at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK. Call them, 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK. Operators are standing by, or log on at www.1800needagimmick.com and Hipstar in the next 30 minutes. If you enter the promo code free Vince Valor t-shirt, we have 20 standing by. The first 20 people with the promo code free Vince Valor t-shirt, we will send you and ship you, courtesy of T-shirts.com.
That's not a website. Here. That's not even a...
Yes, and I am sending you over, and it's going to be posted. Everything is going to be great. The first 20 people that enter the promo code at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, free Vince Valor t-shirt.
Oh, that's
we
amazing.
Are sending a free Vince Valor t-shirt your way today.
Free? Man, he didn't get those made money out of his own wallet to give them
I
out
don't know.
for free.
I got people that work here at 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK, and it's not my problem. I just happen to have a box full of 20
You know what's amazing?
Small,
how
medium,
long?
large.
It's amazing how long we've been plugging this sponsor, and we never really mentioned that we could just call them on the phone. You know, for a sponsor that's clearly a phone number, like we should have thought. You know, just call 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK. You don't have to go on the internet. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm just leaving options open.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
You could do either or. Yes, thank you.
I sent you the status of the day today. You know. People do some stupid things, say some silly things, and on the book face. But you know, it's all starting to be like nobody writes statuses anymore. Nobody does the status. It's all fucking like stupid videos and stuff.
A lot of videos out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of like the Mark's Work Warehouse. Jade, did you try to contact them about a sponsor? Could really use that.
Mark's Work Warehouse. I don't want to like overstep Rob Rage's business. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm sure he appreciates that. Or else he'd go out to you.
He's a friend of mine.
Yeah, you don't want to see him all mad. He has to step up to you with his chest sticking out and be like, "Hey, brother, what's this I hear you're doing?" What are you doing?
Yes, now I may go after sick kids. You know, can we help them out anyway? I mean, would it be a conflict of interest because we are representing the Heart and Soul Foundation after all?
Yeah. I'm just not sure about that. We'll have to talk to the producers. I'm not sure if we'll have enough time. You know.
Okay.
Meryl Evans wrote today. This was a big, long banter. She says, I just learned Mayan kings would perform precognition rituals, very rarely, maybe once a year, or during great auspiciousness, by mutilating their genitals with a stingray spine or obsidian blade. Let the blood drip onto sacred paper, burn the paper, and then communicate with the serpent of visions in the smoke that is created. Holy fuck, and you wonder why Mexican metal is so much more metal than everyone else. Jeez, guess what, Finland? Your black metal isn't genital mutilating blood ritual tough. You, grease-painted, grump elves in the forest. Well, there was a lot of grammar problems there. She didn't use the proper use of there.
You sent that over to me, the status update, and I like looked at the profile picture, and it's like you kind of think this chick is hot, but like after reading this, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, would I be able to like stand to even be around her for a minute? Yeah. You know, because could you put up with that, honestly?
Put up or keep up? I don't know. I don't think you can do either. She would blow you out, man. I think she's attractive mentally. Absolutely. And physically. Honestly. She's got she'll blow you out of the water.
The picture, like she's
true.
She's got some nice can I say tits or breasts? What would you prefer?
Let's go chest. She has a nice chest.
Chest. I like her chest.
I
honestly
of the body.
Like her chest.
Where can we go wrong?
I think I would lick the side of her face.
We are cool.
I don't know.
Well, we respect. We check.
Now,
we
if
don't
she's
wreck.
into any sort of bondage, or like maybe like she's into some freaky kind of thing where I could tape her mouth shut, she'd be great then.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I could but not have to listen to her.
It's still demeaning to take away their free will. This a certain free will being to speak, and a lot of humans like doing that. So that's otherwise we wouldn't have hobbies. I feel,
Yeah.
Well, come back tomorrow. The weather might be nicer, and it'll be a Tuesday. All right. And like honestly, can you just say sorry to Jeremy Elliot? Can you just like tell him there's no heat, brother? Honestly.
No heat, bro. 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.
Yeah.
Cena and me tonight on Hipstar tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Honestly, Jeremy Elliott, get at me. We're going to be tag team partners soon. And I'm really sorry if you feel that I sabotaged our theme music. Jay had this like custom rap song for theme music, and he was mad we didn't use it. So my David Bowie got in the way.
Well, Jeremy Elliott is higher on the food chain than you are.
Tonight on